Aufregung.
Oh, jetzt
Vorbereitung
live
auf
auf
den
YouTube.
Livestream. Noch nicht, nee, noch nicht
Aha.
ganz.
Noch
Es
dann-
wird noch eingerichtet.
Noch
Und dann
taucht es nicht auf.
Dann taucht bei YouTube was auf, dann auf unserer
Auf YouTube,
La.Meko-Seite.
auf der Startseite taucht dann...
Ah ja, auf
Kannst du ja
einmal.
mal zeigen, wie das
Mhm.
aussieht. Mal gucken, guck mal, jetzt können
Ah ja, jetzt.
Ah, oh, jetzt gucken wir alle.
So sieht die aus.
Wir
Aber
sehen ja
das-
super aus.
Das verändert sich noch, das Bild. Das wird dann
Ja, man muss
angepasst.
auf Play drücken und dann fängt es an und dann hört man halt das, was man vor 2 Minuten erzählt hat. Das ist ein bisschen
Gut.
seltsam.
Oh, es geht auch schon gleich los. Ist es
guck ja
sinnvoll, ihr schaltet euch immer stumm, wenn ihr nichts redet, habe ich gestern gemerkt, ne?
Ich gucke
Ja,
ja
aber
unglaublich
du
dumm.
redest ja
Da
nicht.
muss man wieder echt viel
Guckst du
wegschneiden.
auch nicht dumm?
Doch, ich habe unglaublich auf diesem YouTube-Standbild gucke ich unglaublich dumm. Das muss man alles wegschneiden.
Ja, wo ist das? Das ist jetzt da, das YouTube-Standbild noch nicht.
Hä, jetzt zeigst du auf
nicht.
YouTube, zeigst du YouTube. Das könnte verwirren. Das hat das Potenzial, Verwirrung auszulösen. Weil wir haben schon einen Zuschauer.
Aber ich sehe uns selber
Ja,
jetzt noch gar
das
nicht.
bin ich.
Ja,
Aber
auf
ich habe mich
YouTube.
jetzt mal weggemacht wieder. Ich war auf YouTube. Das ist jetzt haben wir
Dieses-
immer noch einen Zuschauer.
Aber wir müssen ja jetzt quasi auf Online schon sein, oder?
Ja, das wird jetzt alles mitgezeichnet.
Jetzt sehe ich es. Da sind wir. Das ist ja super. Mhm. Das ist immer noch das dämliche Bild, ne? Jetzt sehe ich uns.
Nee, du
ja,
musst
ja,
auf
ja.
Play drücken und dann fängt es an. Aber das ist halt sehr
Play,
verwirrend,
ja.
weil dann ist es halt, dann siehst du halt so kurz zurück in der Zeit. So.
Ja, und man hört sich auch, wenn man da nicht irgendwie Ton ausdrückt.
Ich rede auf YouTube irgendwie. Irgendwas erzähle ich auf YouTube. Ich habe ja einen Ton ausgemacht, deswegen
Bestimmt erzählst du schlaues Zeug.
bestimmt nicht. Den ziehe ich mir auch.
Kannst dich schon jetzt nicht mehr dran erinnern, wahrscheinlich nicht. Wann war denn das letztes Mal?
Ich glaube, ich muss auch mal was für meine hängende Kinnpartie machen. Irgendwie so. Ist bestimmt jetzt so Online-Fitness-Training fürs Kinn.
Ja, lass den Bart wachsen, das hilft.
Den hatte ich ja, jetzt habe ich mich rasiert, weil ich dachte,
Ja.
das
Und jetzt hängt das Kinn, ne?
jetzt hängt das Kinn.
Aber man kann auch ein bisschen straffen.
Jetzt geht's los. Ey.
So ein Lifting ist immer eine gute
Ja.
Sache.
Die Botox-Spritze, die muss im Budget drin sein. So als ewig
wollen ja-
jugendliches Festival müssen wir uns doch Botox-Spritzen leisten können.
Auf jeden Fall.
Wir machen eine Botox-Party am Samstag. Kommt zu unserer Botox-Party, da spritzen wir uns alle Lippen so ein bisschen auf. So machen wir das.
Zum Glück haben wir keine Zuschauer, die hier zuhören und zuschauen.
Da haben wir doch aktuell 2, das sind wir selber, oder?
Das sind wir
Ja,
wahrscheinlich
das
immer
seid ihr
selber.
selber.
Ja, das ist schade, okay. Die wissen wahrscheinlich, dass wir immer später anfangen.
Ja, das ist ja eigentlich Tradition. Deswegen
Ja,
muss ja die
sicher.
Manola immer die Urkunden unterschreiben. Also seltsam ist es schon, wenn man irgendwie die Leute so asynchron. Du
Ja.
machst zum Beispiel gerade auf YouTube, machst du gerade Grimassen, Olaf. Also wir
Jetzt
sind ganz
erst.
schön weit hinten dran, glaube ich. Ich glaube, es geht ums hängende Kinn. Auf YouTube.
Ja, da sind wir wirklich spät dran. Obwohl jetzt, nein. Ich war gerade synchron, lustigerweise, ganz kurz. Aber die Hand habe ich nie hochgehoben. Aber so, und jetzt gucke ich mal, wann das kommt. Jetzt trinke ich erstmal einen Tee. Oh, das ist sehr seltsam, ja. Das ist wirklich
Das
sehr
dauert, oder?
versetzt. Das dauert wahnsinnig lang.
3 Zuschauer.
Aha,
Ja, ist dann ein Fremdzuschauer.
großartig.
Ja, dann müssen wir schon fast irgendwie spannende Sachen erzählen, oder? Wir können nicht mehr
Ja.
nur über unser hängendes Kinn reden.
Ich
Nein,
finde das schon
nein.
ganz schön spannend. Wer redet schon so offensiv vor sein hängendes Kinn? Aber Tiko und Sandro sind ja noch nicht da.
Ja.
Vielleicht kommen die auch, sonst muss einer von euch den Georgier
Und denn
spielen.
noch?
Und das ist ja klar, wer das ist.
der hat sich aber rasiert. Das sieht nicht mehr aus.
Ja, verdammt. So. Ich
Ja,
habe hier
mein-
gerade noch ein paar Bilder aus dem Festival. Sehr lustig. Das war das Festival, wo du dir Zöpfchen gemacht hast, Olaf.
Oh,
Ja.
ja,
Ja,
stimmt.
das ist
Erinnere mich,
ganz
das war ein
witzig.
gutes Festival.
Mein
Das
Gott,
war ein
waren wir
ganz
jung.
wundervolles Festival. Und jung waren wir auch und ich hatte Zöpfchen.
So.
Ja, wir hatten schon sehr gute Festivals und dieses Mal sind wir leider, was heißt leider, wir sind online dieses Jahr. Finde ich eigentlich noch viel spannender. Man muss gar nicht mehr zum Kino rennen, wie praktisch.
Ja, ich finde es schon
Und man kann sich
befriedigend.
alles hinterher noch anschauen. Das ist ja eigentlich schon auch wahnsinnig praktisch, dieses Asynchrone, dass man gar nicht, man hat überhaupt keinen Stress. Man könnte das Festival auch noch irgendwann nächstes Jahr angucken. Man verpasst nichts.
Was jetzt nur, man hat keinen Stress. Ich bin jeden Tag völlig im Stress.
Nein, als Zuschauer. Ich bin ja jetzt hier ich richte mich ja an die drei,
Ach so.
ich richte mich an
Ach
die
so,
aktuellen drei
okay.
Zuschauer. Die haben überhaupt keinen Stress.
Von den zwei
das-
ihr seid.
Die können
Ja,
das
zwei
anschauen.
sind
Gut,
wir.
dann hat der eine, den klären wir jetzt auf. Alle Inhalte können immer angeschaut werden. Das heißt, kein 19 Uhr und kein 21 Uhr Stress. Nicht in der Schlange stehen. Schlange stehen. Wir werden nie wieder in der Schlange stehen. Wir werden nie wieder so in der Schlange stehen, wie wir früher in Schlangen standen.
Und wir müssen uns nicht unfreiwillig mit irgendwelchen Menschen unterhalten, neben uns stehen. Das ist total praktisch.
Sollte man während dem Festival sowieso nicht. Oder meinst du als Moderator?
Nein, der auch. Aber auch das in der Schlange
Immer
stehen,
mit den Leuten.
schwitzen und ist doch alles gar nichts, so blöde.
Genau,
Und,
diese ganzen überfüllten
und
Kinosäle.
Süßigkeiten sich reinstopfen und Cola trinken den ganzen Abend, das ist ja auch nichts eigentlich. Und man lacht doch lieber für sich alleine, finde ich.
Ja, hier sind so lustige Fotos, das von dir. Der Spanisch, ich weiß gar nicht, wer hier ist.
Jetzt haben wir schon 4 Zuschauer, das heißt, das sind ja dann schon mindestens 2, die nicht wir sind.
Ja, jetzt müssen wir uns ein bisschen zusammenreißen. Sollen wir vielleicht was inhaltlich sagen? Vielleicht? Guten Abend.
Erzähl doch was, du kannst doch immer was erzählen.
Guten Abend, liebe Zuschauer. Wir sind jetzt inzwischen zwischen 2 und 4 Personen und freuen uns sehr, dass ihr heute Abend bei uns seid, uns zuguckt. Wir werden heute Besuch hier haben in unserem Stream von unserem lieben Georgier-Paar, was auch schon vor 2 oder 3 Jahren mal bei uns war. Live in Landau tatsächlich richtig menschlich präsent. Und heute haben wir sie im Online-Stream, wir sitzen jetzt in Georgien. Das ist ja fantastisch. Wir sitzen in Landau, sitzen in Georgien. Und wir können uns einfach hier so unterhalten und müssen gar nicht rumfliegen. Praktisch, spart echt viel Sprit. Und Geld, natürlich. Und ja, wir sind dieses Jahr wirklich durch diese komische Krise daran gebunden, dass wir das alles nur online machen können. Aber online hat auch ganz, ganz viele tolle neue Impulse für uns und viele Möglichkeiten. Und das mögen wir. Wir machen das total gern und haben großen Spaß. Außer Heike und Andi vielleicht, die haben mich wahnsinnig viel Stress damit, weil die das alles organisieren. Aber ich ja, aber ich habe auch viel mehr Spaß.
Ich muss jetzt den inhaltlichen Teil unterbrechen. Ah, nee, muss ich gar nicht, weil ich dachte nämlich, es gibt technische Probleme, gibt es aber gar nicht.
Hey.
Hey.
Hello.
Wir haben ja nämlich eine bestimmte Quote.
Hey.
Hallo. Welcome.
Great.
Hola, Andy. How are you?
Hi, it's nice to see you. Welcome.
That's wonderful. Welcome.
Long time no see. How are you doing?
We are bored here in London.
Kind of great.
To do. Sit here in
We
our
can
room.
imagine. Trust me.
What are you doing in Georgia?
We are bored.
We're also bored, like us, yes.
Are you allowed to go out?
We are allowed to go out from 6 a.m. to 9 p.m.
Oh.
Okay. So during the daylight, more or less.
Yes, but no driving.
No driving.
No driving.
Yeah.
And all the towns are closed. So, yeah, we are pretty much
Lockdown.
Yeah.
So you could not walk out of Tbilisi if you wanted
No.
to. So okay, yeah. I see. Wow, so that is so strange, huh? The whole world is locked down. Everyone is sitting at home. That is really strange.
That is strange, yeah.
Yeah, well, we are already online, and I think we have like 4 viewers. So let's see. We don't expect masses, actually, to be honest, because we're a small festival. And so.
But we had about 50 yesterday, but not at one time.
And Andy, he turned into a vampire in the meantime, as you can see, or a zombie, because of your green eyes. That is so amazing.
Okay, I'm looking for the YouTube channel.
But it's so good that you still did the festival, even online. It's so good that you didn't give up because of the, the virus spread.
Yes, because this is for us, it's a highlight too. Yeah, and we want to do something. And then what was quite spontaneous, and it is a bit chaotic. And every day there's new ideas what we could do, and then we do it, and no one knows why and how. And but it's fun. It's really great. So yeah. And
Yes,
this
it's convenient. It's even more convenient for some people.
Yes.
Whoever couldn't, for example, afford traveling to festivals, and they can still watch films, which is so good.
Yes, and we met a friend today in town, and he said also, so you don't need to be in the cinema in time. You can just, when you have the time, you just go online and you watch the movies, and that is quite good. So maybe we always do it online, huh, Olaf? Maybe we
No,
should just...
not always. No, it was so great last time when we were there. I missed those times.
We could just stream it in the cinema, so we can stay at home.
Stay in bed. That's a great idea. Combine the best of two worlds. Shall we make an official beginning and introduction? Maybe let's start right from the beginning, right? Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Oh, it's me. Yes. Hallo, guten Tag. Hello, good evening. Es ist wirklich schön, dass wir heute Abend hier sind mit unserem großartigen Festival wieder online. It's nice to be here again this evening and have two very beautiful guests which were here a few years ago. And yeah, welcome from Georgia. And perhaps Heike will go on and introduce the both.
Okay, I'm very happy to welcome you both, Sandro, Souladze, and Tiko, Nadirashvili. And maybe some of our viewers will remember you too, because you have been to Landau in 2017 with your movie Tuta, which was a very nice movie and a very silent movie and a quite sad movie. We put it online. I don't know whether people have seen it again. And I'm very happy that you two could make it here and tell us what happened in the meantime in your life, what your plans are, what you're doing, and so on and so forth.
So basically, after your festival, Tuta had some few other festival. I think we also won the Grand Prix in Russia or something. Russia, or was it before your festival? I don't remember. Maybe it was after. So
then it went to the Film Festival. Yes,
and then I was accepted on Berlinale Talents, and they screened part of the trailer was screened on the opening of the Talents ceremony, which was really nice to me. So this is basically the last time I saw Tuta. I have never seen it.
Okay.
I'm working on my next project right now. Or I would be working my next project right now if there was not this Corona crisis. Otherwise, I should be beginning to shoot the film in June, but this won't happen anymore. So let's hope for September.
Okay, but September it's not so much a delay, right? It's maybe okay.
Yes. Actually, I planned September years ago to shoot it in fall because the colors I need for the film is in fall. But then there was some problem with the financing and so on. So I said, okay, let's do it in before the summer. Let's do it as soon as possible. So yeah, now we postponed it. The problem is that I need the countries to open the borders because the cinematographer is from Poland and I need him to come to Georgia, so the borders must be open. So it's really chaotic.
Okay, yeah. So it's an international production, more or less.
It is. As for me, I started to work for a very famous and one of the biggest production companies in Georgia, Millimeter Film, which is, by the way, seeking for international co-productions. So maybe German filmmakers will be interested to send us some projects. So remember, Millimeter Film. We're the one which provides equipment and production base for Sandra's newest project. And also the 2 other Georgia films that will be like that, which are already online on La.Meko's web page and Facebook, I guess, are produced by Millimeter Film as well. And both of those films were very successful in Europe and not only. And one of them is the Locarno winner, and another just premiered at like 2 years ago. It premiered at Locarno and still travels to festivals. So I really hope the audience will enjoy these 3 films.
Yes, we put it online and I watched them. And I had to cry with the one. So these are also very sad movies. And I wondered, because I think I only know 3 Georgian movies and they're all very sad and very, and I was wondering, why is that? Is that by accident, or is it that in Georgia people like to make sad
Are
movies?
there Georgian comedies? Is maybe the question.
There are Georgian Soviet comedies
Hmm.
made in the Soviet times, but I don't recall any comedy made in independent Georgia right now.
Hmm.
So yeah,
All films are sad.
because there was some sad times like in this country.
Hmm.
Years
So
ago.
that is still a consequence of the times. What
Yeah,
happened?
you know, there's social problems and so on. It's most of them are ongoing. So yeah,
Hmm.
the reason.
So I was wondering, is that a normal fate? I don't know. I don't know the life in Georgia. How do people live in Georgia? I've never been to Georgia. Unfortunately, I told you today when we met that I wanted to go to Georgia yet now on Easter to Tbilisi, but well, it couldn't. So, but I wondered, is that realistic scenario? So both in your movie and the other 2 that you sent us?
The two other movies. So the thing is that these movies are they're playing in the 90s.
In the
And,
90s.
in the 90s, there was a lot of problems in this country. There was the civil war, there was the war there was so
Drugs.
yes, and a lot of social problems, and this is why yeah, you cannot make a happy movie about this times and story. So yeah, this is just about 90s. So if you make about the 90s, it's like this. What my movies doesn't play in the 90s. It's just it's lost in the time. It's just a sad story, but more hopeful story.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, I thought your movie could play at any time, actually. So, but I was not aware that the other 2 movies played in the 90s. How would I tell that they are playing in the 90s? So what is different today?
The cars.
What is different? What's happening in the movie? I don't remember.
Mama.
Okay, Mom.
Mama, I said this is the father by David Pirtskala and Sashleli, and both are telling tragic stories of poverty. Poverty, how the father takes this part of the how to say it, fence, and uses it to warm up his kid, and the other kid, because there is no fence there, falls out from the high floor and dies. So this is one of the stories. Sorry for the spoiler. And the other one is also sad, father. So both of them are reflecting the 90s reality, the poverty and the drugs, and those generation which did not have a lot of luck and fate.
About your question, well, the difference between the present and the 90s would be that now, I mean, they are still poor people, but they are also people who are not poor. But why we still make movies about that social class and this at that times is probably because it sells way better, and it's yeah, it is also it's kind of yeah, more or less exotic for the Western audience, I would say.
Ah, okay, I see. So, but like, because he does it really well, it is you into that really sad mood, and I was, so, and then I thought, okay, we will put on Facebook a documentary about Tbilisi today, because that is a very interesting city, right? There's a lot of things happening. Mm-hmm.
Things are happening. Actually, we prepared some of the pictures from empty Tbilisi, because after lockdown, especially during those curfew hours, nobody is allowed to leave house. And I will share the screen now and show you the pictures from empty Tbilisi. Just let me know if you are seeing them.
Yes, I see. Mm-hmm. Ah, okay. Wow, there's no one.
Yes.
There's not a person, almost not.
So this is the Liberty Square, the main square of Tbilisi. And this is like very touristic places. And so empty. But actually this curfew and lockdown and very, very strict quarantine made, it had good results, because we have really, really low number of infected people for now. Let's see what happens later.
These are nice pictures.
Yes. So only journalists and photographers go out, and of course the police and hospitals are working. Yeah. So it's Tbilisi right now, but usually it's very, very crowded. And as I mentioned, the churches, especially on Sundays and Saturdays, are still like partly full, if not fully full, of people. And Georgia is one of those few countries which still allows, the priests to have messas and church services during these horrible times.
And they do it because they should also say, no, we don't want to do it because it's just too dangerous. This is a beautiful city.
This is beautiful. The old town, yes. This is Tbilisi old town. And I hope you will come here soon, as I know you were looking forward to coming here, but unfortunately this COVID-19 ruined your plans here in Andes. So I hope to see you here soon.
I hope so too. I want to go there, These are very nice houses. And also before there was like an old cab, but that is not in use anymore, right? It's a kind of monument or...
what do you mean?
A cable car? Or what is a...
No,
a metro.
The tram. No. That's old one.
Yes, it's just for it is a touristic place, and this is just a kind of attraction. And this is the new part of town.
It's not the new part of town.
Yes, it is.
It's not the new part of town.
It's not natively Sarari.
No.
That is interesting. If you look at that, there's so new buildings and old buildings next to each other. Wow.
Yes, and the biggest city mall, which is usually always full, but now empty.
Yes. Yeah, I think that is everywhere, that it is so empty, and it is so strange that no one is in the streets, and the people seem to have vanished. There's no life in the streets now. Here in Landau, I had the impression, I don't know how you felt it, Olaf or Andy, but in the first days it was the same. So people rarely went out, but now they're coming out more, and they talk to each other in a distance actually. So everything is in a distance, but there's more people in the streets now, and more cars, and everything is almost back to normal just in the streets.
Okay.
That's good.
Almost, yeah.
People say after 27 here will situation go back to normal, less or more. And we're hoping, because we want to use our car somewhere, and just sometimes to walk, which is now impossible. You either go to shop or pharmacy, and that's it.
And you're not allowed to go anywhere else? Or
the recommendation, actually.
Yeah, it's a recommendation that we stay home, but well, we can go. For example, yesterday we went to Hammam, which is we walked for like 15 kilometers.
Okay.
Up the mountain.
Okay. So you had some sports.
Yeah. It felt really
Hard.
good. It felt really good, and because the weather was really nice, and
Mm.
we walked a lot. So it is a lot to go, but you have to do it until it's 9 p.m. Otherwise,
1,000 euros penalty.
well, yeah.
Really?
Yes.
And-
If you
and I
are
will-
an entity, 5,000 euros.
Whoa. Oh, and they will really check it. So if you're outside after 9 p.m., police will come and check you.
Yes.
And
There's police everywhere. They catch you, and you have to pay.
Yes.
okay, you know someone to whom it
Millions
happened?
of lari already from penalties. Yes.
Are you allowed to drive a bicycle?
Yes.
Yes.
And now there are a lot of bicycles in Tbilisi right now. I didn't know there were so many bicycles here. Even scooters are allowed. Scooters, bikes are allowed.
Scooters are also allowed. Mhm.
Very
But
well.
it sounds also a bit nice, get rid of all the cars. So
It's like the air smells like in the forest.
Yeah, and
Mm.
birds chirping, trees.
So yeah, so the Corona crisis had some little positive sides. Yeah.
So you also have spring now. Is everything blooming and getting green now?
Yeah.
Yeah, I love that. We're going out, and I think, it's not so bad that, here the schools are closed and the kindergartens are closed. And I think maybe that's not the worst time. If that happened in November, I think people would get so depressed. But now at least there's some sun, you can go outside. So it's nice fresh air. And I think that is nicer. Still, I hope that it will soon be over for everyone, but in a safe way.
Yes.
I hope so I can make my next movie.
And to send it to you as soon as it's ready.
Yeah, that would be great. So I hope that will be next year. So we are not sure when our festival will take place. So if you're really, really quick, you make it before November. September, October, that should be sufficient time, right? No, just kidding.
Maximum October.
Maximum October, yeah.
You want to finish it within?
Yes.
In October, you start to.
No, October is like I can do it. Summer is the location I've chosen is in summer, like in August and July, it gets way too hot. I would still make it, but it would be like harder because it gets really hot there. But September is good. October is okay. Then it gets rainy, and then it gets to the color change. It gets from green, it gets to brown.
Okay.
I want green.
So actually you have only September or October, then again in May or June next year. So.
June. Yeah, May or June.
Yeah.
Yes, but the film fund is expecting the film to be finished until the end of the year. So.
Okay, I see. I can understand that. It's not the easiest.
It's stressful, and we were waiting for this to happen for so long because it's not really easy to. Actually, this is the short film festival, and I would like to address this issue that short film, which is so important as a stage in the career and life of a filmmaker, and it's the hardest to finance. And once you get a chance to finance it, these kind of challenges appear, which is so sad. Yeah, there are so many talented filmmakers out there, but the resources are limited, especially in Georgia. There were 60 projects which we are presented, and only 12 of them got financing. We got the second position with this project, and brilliant projects are like just like that, frozen. So it's very sad, and I would like to address this issue so that many more donors and funds give their resources away for filmmakers who want to make their first or second shorts. Really great.
I think Olaf can also tell a story about that, right?
Ich muss meinen Ton erst sorry again. Will you please?
I think you can tell a story about funding films, right?
Like in school.
Like in school. What did you say? Can you repeat the question?
Can you repeat the question, please?
But because what you said, I think it's the same issue in Germany too. So short films are underestimated. So there's not big funding for short movies. So what will your movie be about then, the next movie?
Actually, about what you said, yes, it's quite hard to get funds for a short film because it took us really long time, actually.
3 years.
3 years.
I think even longer. I made the story like several years ago. I wrote the story several years ago, and I was working on that project even when I was in Landau. So all this time I was we were like looking for the funds, and we got it half a year ago.
After Talents. When Talents happened, everything changed.
And that happened last year? Or when have you been to the Berlinale?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Well, that's also great, huh? So
Yes,
you were invited.
It did a lot. About the film, it's it's a short film about two brothers, children, who stay alone in a deserted a rural area. They stay alone in their house it's a hunter's hut. So they have to stay alone there, and they have it's like so it's a bit like Home Alone, but it's more tragic.
Okay.
I don't want to tell too much.
No, because we want to watch it, of course.
It's about brotherhood, and it's about children's imagination. It's about family again.
And also
family, rural areas, loneliness. So there's again some parallels, right?
I like I write about it a lot.
Yeah. You know, we're almost all psychologists here.
Almost all.
He's the most psychologist of all. Andy.
So, yes?
No, you.
Right now we are casting, looking for the children. We need 2 boys, 8 and 14. And the casting is still ongoing. We found some interesting children. We have a very interesting cinematographer who already was in Georgia, and we took a look on the location. The location is ready. So the stuff is almost, I would say, like 60 to 70% done. What we need right now is to finish the casting and start building we also have the house, the hunter's hut. We already found it, and we need to start build there some things. That's the
which is impossible right now, because it's only allowed if there is 3 people in one space. More than 3 people is impossible, and we counted, and the whole production crew is like 23 people.
Yeah, well, it's hard to reduce. Yeah.
I mean that, and also that like no sane parent will send their children in the shooting right now.
Yeah. But I think so. The donors, they should understand that, right? And they say, okay, we expand the time frame. It's not possible that they say, okay, you still have to be ready.
Time frame has been already extended, and it was expanded before the coronavirus, and now it's expanding even more. So this funding was actually for 2019.
But it was already winter, so he couldn't shoot it.
Yeah. But then it's not, that is higher forces.
I'm just praying that we don't have to do it in 2021 or something. I would start to hate this project already because I'm working. Come on.
Yeah. But maybe, what takes a long time will be a great film in the end. So
that's also true, yeah.
Yeah,
But
but we hear that from a lot of filmmakers at the moment. So all film projects are stopped. And then sometimes, of course, people don't earn money. So for those who do it for money, as really like a job, they cannot do their jobs because it's stopped, and then they will not get a refund or so. Because in Germany, it's quite comfortable. So a lot of small enterprises get some money from the state so that they don't get bankrupt, which is nice. But those filmmakers, they don't, because they are special, it's special. They don't have treaties, they don't have an enterprise. And so they just run out of money. And that is actually, it's a problem here. So I think it's a problem all over the world. So
Yes.
yes.
But I was wondering, do you still speak German? I think you speak. Ja, du sprichst fließend Deutsch, richtig?
Ja, aber nicht jeden Tag. Also ich kann hier nicht, ich habe hier niemanden, mit dem ich auf Deutsch sprechen kann.
Du kannst jetzt, wenn du willst, ein bisschen. Sprichst du auch inzwischen Deutsch, Tiko? Hast du Deutsch gelernt? No.
Sie kann lesen, sie kann.
Ah, okay. War das auch ein Grund, weshalb du nach Berlin eingeladen worden bist? Oder war das...
Nein, das hat damit zu tun, die wussten auch gar nicht, dass ich Deutsch kann.
Ah, hast du es ihnen gesagt?
Habe ich, aber es gab dort viele, die Deutsch sprachen eigentlich. Also es gab Filmemacher aus der ganzen Welt, manche sprachen Deutsch, manche sprachen das, manche das. Also es war nichts Neues für die.
Ja, es ist ja immer ganz interessant, wenn man verheimlicht, dass man die Sprache spricht und dann gucken, was die Leute dann sagen.
Das ist immer, wenn ich Deutsche in Georgien treffe, also Deutschsprachige in Georgien treffe. Und wenn wir Englisch sprechen, dann plötzlich bang, auf Deutsch und sind dann, oh, du kannst Deutsch. Weil dann kommt immer dieses Smalltalk. Dann kommt immer Smalltalk. Ah, warum kannst du Deutsch? Ach so, okay.
Ja, aber gut, das ist normal.
Dann habe ich auch gehört, mit Deutschen auf Deutsch zu sprechen. Dann. Also wenn ich weiß, dass das ein Smalltalk kommt, dann okay, lieber Englisch.
Okay, good. So let's switch back to English before we make a small talk.
I like how it sounds. I love it.
Yeah. Well, I like Georgian. I don't understand a word, and also I like your writing. I'm so amazed about your letters. I think it's so beautiful, but I don't. Today I took a look at the one title, like Papa and Mama, because I wanted to find out. But
it's really easy to learn that.
Is it?
Yeah, it's really easy.
Okay, maybe I will try it tomorrow.
It's corresponded exactly to the sounds of the Georgian language, so it's nothing like Arabic where you read like from right to left.
Or even English.
Or even English, yeah.
Well, for me, it looks a little bit like it's almost, well, it's as unreadable for me as Arabic is. But it's nice. I think it really looks nice. I think just that's why I always put the Georgian titles in Georgian letters, because it looks so nice. Yes.
Oh, okay.
I like that a lot. Yeah, well, I'm talking all the time. That's normally Olaf is talking all the time.
Yes, but my English is so bad that I can't nearly talk.
Deutsch ist auch okay.
Ja, but no, we try some English, so I try too.
Ja, Olaf, du hau rein, kannst auf Deutsch ein bisschen Smalltalk anfangen.
Ja, mach mal ein bisschen Smalltalk.
I would be interested in what are you doing now? Just right now, if you're sitting at home like any other, and all the people in the world are sitting at home. And what are you doing as artists at home? You're bored like us, you said, and
okay.
What are you doing? What is
Soll ich auf Deutsch oder auf Englisch?
Deutsch.
Do you have Netflix?
We have Netflix, yeah. Well, what I do for the most time is I'm writing on my future projects. Script writing. This is mostly writing and reading and playing music.
But you're still working? You're not. Don't say, okay, everybody doesn't anything, and so I sit down and also do nothing. At home, at me, I do a lot of homeschooling. I have 2 kids, and we're just doing homeschooling, and it's terrible. It's really terrible. I'm a very bad teacher, and I don't want to do it, but it's horrible, and I have to do such things, and it's crazy. It's not my way of living, I think. But you are free to do your stuff. What you do when you're in normal times.
Yes. Well, I mean, yeah. When there was no coronavirus, I was also working on my script. The thing is that right now I have more time, and I also have. I don't have this feeling that I should be maybe doing also something else. I know that I can just sit in front of the computer and just write. The problem is that script writing is you need I need some kind of not motivation, but
mood.
Yeah, the right mood. I have to feel what I'm writing. I have to be there, and sometimes it just for example, today was such a day. I opened the program, the script program, and okay, let's write. And I was like, no, I don't feel like it. And then I do something else. Like, I don't know. Sometimes, sometimes it's just like you feel like you don't want to do anything. Right? You just not even watch a film, just scroll on the internet, and then I think everyone is fighting with a little bit, fighting with madness. Let's do something so we don't get crazy.
Yes, I think so.
So yeah.
And also you, Tiko, you don't work at the moment, I guess, because, well, as a producer, you also, you're involved in film projects, and probably they all stopped. Huh?
Yes, actually, since I'm a producer and we are mainly working on co-productions, international co-productions, and my work is already like always packing a project and present it or pitch or find partners. I usually work online. So for me, it's the same. It's even better because I don't have to lose time on the road, which is like about 1 hour on the road, because our studio is in the end of the city because it's big. And I do everything from here. Actually, right now, we are very much concentrated on finding good partners for developing TV series or web series, because there is none in Georgia, and we want to pioneer in this field.
Okay.
And I attend very, very actively all the online festivals, like many of those festivals, my favorite ones, including La.Meko, went online. So Vision Nouvelle and Series Mania in France, they all went online. So I'm attending the forums, try to find new partners, and we are exchanging the projects. So, actually there is one very interesting German Western project that I really, really hope that somehow we make an agreement and they come here to shoot part of the film. And we're also trying to prepare his feature film project as a like treatment stage to apply to different kind of funding and development opportunities. And that's it.
The one which I'm writing right now.
Yes, he has just started, but I'm already thinking and he can't get it. Yes, you always do it. Like when it's in the very early development stage, you have to start from there. This is what I believe in. So for me, it's the same, totally. It's just when I am not allowed to go, this is when I want to go. And this is the sad fact.
Yeah, I think it's basically more or less the same for Andy and me, because we're sitting at home normally doing all the digital work. It doesn't change much, but it changes a bit, of course. You can't meet people in the cafe, and so
Of course.
Yeah. So you have a feature film in the pipeline, even. Wow.
Yes.
Yes. After this project, after this short film, I want to make my next film will be a feature-length film. Yeah.
Wow. Well, that is a different thing, huh?
That is it? I don't know. I think it's easier. It took us so much time to get funding for this project that I think it can be much harder.
Oh, really? So it's easier to get funding for feature films. So the longer the movie is, the more you get the money.
I don't know. She told me that.
Well, actually, no, both are hard. But I think the short is harder because before the short, usually filmmaker has done 0. And when you have done 0, then they don't trust you with the money. But when you want money for feature film, usually Georgian National Film Center gives you maximum 100,000 euros, which is not enough at all. And you usually have this chance maximum 2 or 3 times in the life, which is also very bad. So filmmakers don't get to practice making films, and also they always need additional money from other countries, which they usually, well, sometimes they can get, sometimes they can't, and because of that, the quality is a challenge. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Again,
the resource is very limited.
So there's a lot of things that we can keep our fingers crossed for you.
Thank you. Thank you for coronavirus. If it goes, everything is okay.
Okay. Yeah, let's hope that this will go away soon. I have always, because, well, we are already talking like almost an hour. So
Really?
so it's so nice to talk to you, and it's really great to see you again. It's like, it was yesterday, huh?
Just wanted to add that if anyone is interested, because of the this virus crisis, all the Georgian filmmakers made their films available online. So if anyone is interested in Georgian modern Georgian films,
even features,
yes, they are available online, and maybe we can just send a link or something.
So it's all online on one platform, or is that so?
It's different platforms, but it's available on Facebook.
Yes, usually with the passwords, but whoever is interested, they can just use the links and put the passwords in and watch the films, also features. If they're interested, they can send it to you.
Yeah, that would be nice. So I like Georgian films, but I have to consume them in small doses. If they are as sad as the ones I saw. So because then I really had the feeling I need to see something funny now. Yeah, and I prepared something funny too, because I prepared some photos from when you were there.
Really?
Yes, let's see. Can you already see it? I hope this is
Oh,
an idea.
yes.
Yeah. So this was, it's not, this was a festival when Olaf here had a funny idea. So this was a kind of contest. That's why. Have you been there when all the people with a strange hairstyle went on stage?
Don't remember.
Yeah, that was that festival. So Olaf,
yes, it was so marvelous. I remember it very well.
Yeah, I miss it so much. And now that I see it, I miss the stage, and I miss Olaf in his golden suit, which he never wears outside the festival. Why?
No, I never. I have to save it, especially for the festival.
You could wear it more often in the supermarket, or I don't know. I was not supposed to go to the supermarket too often. Yeah, but then Olaf, how did you get that idea to have this very funny hairstyle?
Well, it's a long time ago since I've been the last time at the Skissers. What's the friseur? What's the word for friseur? The hairstylist. Yeah. And I always say every time before I go to the festival, okay, this year I go to the hairstylist and have to cut my hair, and never ever I did it, and I have no time. I'm not interested, and so I always think, oh, the hair, I have to change the hair, and so I got the idea to do something with my hair, so I have to cut them after the festival.
But you never do. So,
but then
I know.
I never did.
But this year you had different hairstyles. You wear your hair open and you wear your hair like this, like the people have it here, like the two things on the side of the head. And that was a little contest. So who dares to come with that hairstyle on stage earned something. I think you gave them some sweets. I don't know. But this is Julian here, right? In the middle.
Yes,
Yes. So nice. But this was the last. This is one. Do you
Oh,
remember?
yes.
That is a private
Oh.
one.
Oh, love this one.
Yes, we have been on. We've been to some castles. I just took. It was spontaneous again. I just took all the photos
Great.
I got from my smartphone. This is eating.
Oh,
This is Trifels and original Bratwurst.
Oh,
Yeah.
Bratwurst.
And I think you were not married at that time, right?
married or no?
I don't think so. Were you married at that time?
Yes.
Yes.
Oh,
This
I love
One of my hairstyles.
Yes, this was the original hairstyle. And we had the globe and we had the nice sofa. Yeah, it was nice.
Yeah, also it's nice.
I didn't make a selection actually. I just put everything I got on my handy.
Oh, okay. I remember.
You remember? You still get the head?
Yeah, I still got it. Yeah. I'm a messy. I never give anything away.
And that was in your
Oh,
apartment, right, where you stayed?
yes.
That was the Super 8 experimental filmer from Spain. I don't know the name.
The Nuns. It was like comedy. I remember they had to get this music, and this guy was asked to pay for the music, but he didn't, so he had trouble with it. And film was about nuns, right? And it was comedy. It was really nice.
Yeah,
We
it was.
kept in touch with this
Yes,
guy.
it was Nuns. Yes.
Yes,
Mark Marcy.
Mark Martin.
Yeah.
Yes.
I still
We
get
kept
some Facebook messages from him sometimes. So we caught him in a strange facial expression. Let me see, is there more? Yeah, of course.
Cool.
More.
Oh.
The golden suit, you really like the stage. Yeah. And that was at our, you look a bit skeptical. Yes, and what is it? You prepared this, so.
This is khachapuri, and whenever you come here, you find it everywhere in Georgia.
Yeah.
It's
Cheese
so great. Oh, yeah, I remember.
And I remember that you tried to do it and you said, but it doesn't really taste like it tastes in Georgia, right? When you did it here.
It's different because cheese is different.
Yeah. And I tried it one in Kyrgyzstan. I've been to Kyrgyzstan, and there are a lot of Georgian restaurants in Kyrgyzstan, funny enough. And they have this, and it's really tasty. I like yours too, but I agree that it was a bit different. So, and yeah.
They're different kinds also.
But one more reason to go to Georgia.
Food, definitely.
Yes, definitely. This is also actually one reason, because I heard that the Georgian cuisine is really very nice. So that was our decoration. These were just photos that I found, and this is Wiebke in front of her, because Wiebke, this is her kitchen sofa. So she spent it for the festival. I think that is the last. Yeah, that was the last photo. These were the only ones I had on my mobile phone. I thought maybe I bring it here to our session. And also to show that you had Rasta hair, right? Where has your Rastas gone?
It's gone. It's I have normal hair.
Yeah.
No.
Did you cut them, or did you comb them?
I had to remove it because I'm allergic to dust, and it catches a lot of dust, and
Okay.
I was like, yeah, it's killing me. And I undid them. I just combed them out, and then I cut my hair, which is now like this.
Okay, but it's really not really very short. It's still quite long.
Yeah, because it was 2 years ago, so it became long after that.
But you really could comb it. I've never
It took me 1 week to undo the whole thing.
It took us
Yeah.
1 week.
Okay, and then you started down at the bottom, and then you combed it through.
Yeah.
That's a hard work, huh?
It's a lot of work, yeah.
Yeah. But it's maybe better than to get rid of the hair.
And I think it's a lot of pain too.
It's a lot of pain too, and it's I think after you do that, you'll never get dreadlocks.
Well, I had dreadlocks when I was very young, but it doesn't really work with this kind of hair. But then I cut it, so I didn't comb it. So I thought, no, and I cut it, and that was my first short haircut, and I liked it actually. See what we have here.
La.Meko branded.
Oh,
Yes.
nice.
We all have them. I don't know. Do you have yours? Mine is a bit too big actually, because my face is so small, so all the masks are too big. I have to always carry it.
My woman robbed mine because she needs today a mask, but we have three of but I mustn't use them because then they are infected, I think, caps. And we have 3, and we have a small Wettbewerb. What's the word for Wettbewerb?
Contest.
Contest, yeah. How can I forget it? A small contest, and we said to everyone who watches our mini festival here in the internet, everyone is allowed to make a small, very, very small film and send it to us, and the 3 best films will be will get one of those nice La.Meko masks.
Yeah.
They're handmade. Wiebke on the couch, you remember the last picture?
Yes.
Wiebke made them, and with a friend of her.
And Michel, of course.
And Michel, yes.
And her friend Lara.
Michel supported it also. Yes, sorry, Michel. And,
yes, we always forget Michel because he's also involved in it.
Yeah, but it's so nice. Nobody thinks that Michel can make so nice masks.
What?
No,
You saved it.
that's not fair. But if you make a very, very nice short film which you can send us until Saturday, then you are perhaps and you have a bit luck, you can get one of those nice masks. Yes.
We already received a movie, but not on Facebook. So the contest is really not, not really, there's not many contributions. We have one, which we had before, and then we have another one. So we thought maybe, because on Saturday we want to make like a award ceremony, like a bigger event. We don't know exactly how this will look like yet. We will invent something, and maybe we can then choose the winner if there's enough movies. So if you two are so bored and maybe you and you have a good idea, just send us another movie and maybe you will get a mask.
So it must be a 3 minutes film, Schwerpunkt Coronavirus.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah. Exactly.
The shorter the better.
Okay.
But of course, I would try to get you a mask. If you want the mask,
sure.
You can send the mask.
Mask shortage here.
Yes, do you?
Yes.
Okay, but I think it will be hard to get it to Tbilisi because the post is not really working and everything takes a long time. So
it could work.
Huh?
I think it's working. Post is working. Even to China, it's working.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, then we will iron this. Okay, you will get my mask, so and I will iron it very hot. Then it's sterilized again, so you can use it. And maybe you iron it again also, because that's what our chancellor told us, that we should iron it really hot, and then it's fine again. So, or you put it in the oven. That's what she said, Mrs. Miracle.
We've heard that you can also do it with money.
This is what
Okay. I'm not sure how to do this with a mask. Yeah, okay, but I just need this as a presentation, as an example, because we always wear that when we are in Zoom. I'll show it. But after the festival, I will send it to you but just give me your address, right? Your postal
Okay.
address, and then we can send it to you. So that would be
Thank
funny. La.Meko Mass in Tbilisi.
Yes, I want.
Yeah.
Is the address in these beautiful letters? Is it written?
Oh no, don't write it in Latin letters, because otherwise it will get lost. It will end up in Saudi Arabia probably.
Of course.
Or we can try to write it in Georgian letters.
Or both.
That would be fun.
I will include them both.
Okay, and I will try to write both.
Okay.
All right. I think we're almost done, huh? It's almost 11 here. I think it's 1 o'clock. And no, it's 12 o'clock.
So
Yeah, and it's 10 here now.
It was so nice to meet you again, and thank you for those marvelous masks.
And thank you so much for being here. It was really great to see you again.
What time can we watch your the streamings actually?
Immediately, I will just cut it in the front probably a bit, but it will be online immediately. And then if you watch it,
the next one. I mean, this will be every day, right?
every day, yeah.
Every
Tomorrow
day.
we will have. Tomorrow, if you want to, you could also join us in Zoom if you like to. But also you can follow us in YouTube. We will have a director, a German director, who makes great movies too. Quite very funny actually ones, and music clips, and he's quite famous. He's now a director of a Tatort. And Tatort, you certainly know it, Sandro. I don't know if you know Tiko. Yeah, Tatort is the most famous criminal series in Germany. Every German knows Tatort, and he has written the storyboard of a Tatort, which I admire. It is a great Tatort. So, and I'm very much looking forward to that, to meeting him. I'm also a bit excited because he's
Cool.
yeah.
We'll be watching.
Yeah, that would be cool. That would be cool. Just tell us if you want to be inside, in the room, in Zoom. You just tell us. I can send you the link. Otherwise, you can just watch on YouTube.
Okay.
Okay.
All right, great. So, have a nice night.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you very much to be here at us, and I hope we see directly face to face, hopefully in a shorter time.
Yes,
That would be great.
it was a pleasure, an honor. And please stay safe and healthy.
Yeah, you too.
Stay healthy.
Take care, and yeah,
And
make the best of it.
stay at home.
Yeah.
Many hugs from Tbilisi.
Back, hugs back to Tbilisi.
Back from
See you.
Lando.
Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.